The Buffalo Bills are undefeated and sitting at 3-0, but the way they got here is what makes the story impossible to ignore. The scoreboard showed a 10-point win, yet the truth is this team was walking a tightrope against Miami until the very last minutes. Bills fans are celebrating the record, but behind the victory, there are questions that nobody can look away from. Did Buffalo just prove they are a complete contender, or did they survive because the Dolphins handed them a lifeline? This is the part that flips the conversation. The Bills delivered 31 points, their stars kept the machine moving, and the locker room feels confident. But look closer. The defense cracked in spots that should have cost them, and it took one penalty and one interception to close the door. That kind of finish feels more like an escape than a statement. Yet at the same time, the offense showed flashes of being unstoppable. When you combine that tension, it creates the biggest question of all. Are the Bills on the rise, or are they hiding a weakness that could break them later? The stage is set for the offense to take the spotlight, because that is where Buffalo made their mark in this game. Tight ends stepped up, receivers found key moments, and the running game turned into a real weapon. This was not just about Josh Allen carrying everything himself. It was about the entire unit finding ways to score when it mattered. And that is exactly where the story continues, with the Bills' offense showing why it might be the difference between another playoff run and something even bigger. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Bills and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 200 likes on this video. The Buffalo Bills offense flipped the mood of the night and made Miami chase shadows. Every snap felt like another answer to pressure, another first down that stole the air from the stadium. What nobody is talking about is how routine plays turned into momentum plays, the kind that bend a defense without needing a deep shot. The shocking part is how quickly Buffalo found rhythm, then refused to give it back. Tight ends owned the middle and changed the picture for Miami. Dalton Kincaid kept slipping into space, Dawson Knox hammered blocks that opened lanes, and Jackson Hawes cashed in when the defense overplayed the edge. Khalil Shakir turned quick touches into real yards, Tyrell Shavers sealed the corner for screens and outside runs, and Elijah Moore showed up right when the sticks looked out of reach. It was smart football, motion that created clean looks, play action that froze eyes, and timing that made simple plays feel heavy. But here is the twist that sets up everything that comes next. This was not noise, it was design. And it only works if the quarterback sees it before anyone else. The next piece is how Josh Allen read the soft zones, trusted his checkdowns, and picked the right moments to strike. If you think the offense looked calm, wait until you see why his decisions made Miami pay. Josh Allen turned a tight game into a controlled win without forcing hero ball. That is the twist nobody expected. He read the field, trusted the plan, and punished Miami every time they softened up. The stat line tells the story with calm power. 22 of 28 through the air, 3 touchdowns, and 0 turnovers. It looked simple on television, but it was built on quick eyes, fast feet in the pocket, and a promise to take profit on every snap. The timing was the dagger. He climbed the pocket to hit Dalton Kincaid right between defenders, then rolled left and flipped the touch pass to Jackson Hawes for a first career score, and later found Khalil Shakir for a catch and run that changed the night. Miami sat in 2 high shells and kept the roof on the defense, so Allen answered with pace and precision instead of forcing deep shots. He used motion to find tells, worked the underneath windows, and waited for the one mistake that always comes. Now the picture gets even harder for defenses, because the pass only looks this clean when the run keeps biting. James Cook kept linebackers frozen and pulled safeties a step inside, which opened those easy throws that Allen kept cashing. If the quarterback felt effortless, it is because the ground game kept the script tilted. Next, watch how Cook turns steady carries into real damage and why his burst might be the piece that tilts the whole season. James Cook changed the temperature of this game the moment he touched the ball. Defenders expected balance, he gave them pressure. What nobody is talking about is how his pace forced Miami to respect every fake, every motion, every cut. The shocking part is the control. He did not chase highlights, he stacked steady gains that broke the Dolphins' shape and kept the Bills in command. The numbers back it up without needing a chart. He logged 19 carries, piled 108 yards, and scored 1 touchdown, all while keeping the chains moving. Next-gen tracking showed top-tier yards after contact, with ranks like 4th in the league for total yards after contact and 3rd per rush at the time. That matters because it proves the runs were not just clean lanes. He slipped tackles, bounced through traffic, and turned first contact into second-level damage. Add the fact that he has topped 100 scrimmage yards in each of the first 3 games, and you see why linebackers hesitated and safeties crept inside. Here is why that changes everything for Buffalo moving forward. When a defense must crowd the box for Cook, Josh Allen sees lighter windows and quicker answers. The offense becomes a puzzle with no easy piece to remove, and just when Miami braced for another grind, a young defender made a single snap that flipped the closing chapter. Next, we will reveal the hidden hero who put a hand on the story at the perfect time. The Buffalo Bills found their turning point in a snap almost everyone missed. A young interior defender reached at the perfect moment and changed what felt like a coin flip into control. The part that gets overlooked is how a single touch can redirect an entire night when the stakes are heavy and every inch matters. Deone Walker fought inside, widened the pocket, then lifted his hand as Tua released. The ball changed flight by inches and fell to Terrell Bernard, who took it the other way and shut down the rally. Coaches praised the detail, teammates felt the lift, and the stadium understood it even without a box score note. Walker had owned a missed assignment earlier, then answered with the cleanest response you can give, a game changer on command. For a fourth-round rookie wearing number 96, that is rare composure. That moment deserves its shine, but it also points to a larger truth. Before the tip, Miami kept strings of plays alive, and the rush rarely bothered the quarterback. The Buffalo Bills walked out with a win, yet a clear warning light stayed on the whole night. Miami kept drives alive at a rate that tilts games, converting 10 of 15 on third down and never feeling rushed in money moments. Tua dropped back 34 times with 0 sacks and only 1 quarterback hit, which is the kind of comfort that turns tight throws into routine completions. The issue sat in 2 places at once. On the edges, spacing outside let quick outs and speed cuts move the chains before help could arrive. Inside, the pocket rarely collapsed, so the timing stayed clean, and reads stayed simple. This is where technique and urgency must meet. Corners need tighter leverage at the sticks, linebackers must squeeze windows faster, and the rush has to dent the launch point, so accurate throws become harder throws. When those pieces connect, third and long becomes a real uphill climb, not a free pass. That is why the next update matters so much. Health and depth will decide how quickly this unit tightens the screws. Key names are working back, trusted starters had scares, and young pieces are being asked to carry bigger loads. Up next, the injury picture and what it means for roles across the defense. The Bills avoided serious injuries in their win over Miami, though a few players had brief scares as O'Cyrus Torrence, Christian Benford, and James Cook all returned after minor issues. The bigger picture is more important, with Ed Oliver progressing from his earlier setback and Matt Milano still sidelined, leaving the interior to lean on Daquan Jones and rookie Deone Walker for snaps. As Buffalo prepares for the Saints, staying healthy in practice will be key, since clean availability would allow the staff to focus on fixing third down struggles and strengthening the pass rush instead of shuffling lineups. Your turn, Bills Mafia. What single adjustment do you want on money downs next week? Which role player deserves more snaps? Elijah Moore, Tyrell Shavers, or the rookie inside who tipped the game? How confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that Buffalo starts fast and closes stronger? Drop your score pick and your first touchdown call in the comments. Tap subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me one thing you want fixed before kickoff.